number 3 or number 2? What is the biggest mistake? Can Olaplex be used on virgin hair? Which shampoo? I'm not sure if Olaplex is working. Hola gente, what is up my badass angels? Welcome to today's video. Quick answers to your most frequently asked questions about my Olaplex journey, which I have documented over, I don't know, years now. I have tested out every single Olaplex product for the first time on camera. Olaplex 1 and 2, number 3, 4 and 5, number 6, and finally Olaplex number 7. So if you're curious about any of those products, I am going to be linking the entire playlist from that personal experiences that I'm coming from when I'm going to answer these questions. I had them all written down. Please don't forget to subscribe so that we can meet once again. Let's begin.
Between concrete walls, there's a place for I wanna go. Do you wanna follow?
Okay, so the first question is, should Olaplex be applied on wet or dry hair? Damp hair will do. Olaplex actually stops working when it is dry. Should you be shampooing your hair before or after applying Olaplex number 3? And the answer is actually both, or at least that is what I do. So if your hair has no product residue, let's say that you don't use any leave-in creams, styling products, oils or anything like that that could act as a barrier and prevent Olaplex number 3 from penetrating the hair fiber and doing its job, then in that case dampen your hair and apply Olaplex number 3 without shampooing. But in my case, I use heat protectants, styling creams, I use tons of hair masks that contain silicones that are super rich. So what I personally do is shampoo first to make sure that I get rid of any product residue and that I will actually get the most out of my treatment. And then for sure in every case you need to shampoo after Olaplex number 3. The next question is, which shampoo do I use when I'm having my hair Olaplexed at home? I use Olaplex number 4 right here. It just feels very rich and gentle. So if you feel that you need a deeper clean, you may want to try something else like a clarifying shampoo. Okay, the next question. I'm not sure if Olaplex is working. For me, my hair feels very dry. What can I do? First thing I want to say is that Olaplex is not meant to hydrate your hair in any way, shape, or form. It can feel a little bit drying sometimes, so I completely understand what you're saying. You really need to condition your hair afterwards. You can use Olaplex number 5. However, I have found that a deep conditioning hair mask can really make a difference. I have so many options on my channel because I keep reviewing hair masks every single week. So feel free to use my channel as a research tool to really find the right hair mask for your specific needs. Also, another quick note regarding this question that I actually just thought of. If you feel that Olaplex is not working for you, please do check where you're getting your products from. There's tons of fake products going around, so you're going to be paying a fortune for a product that will do like nothing for you. Best thing you can do is purchase from Sephora or Olaplex.com official site, or simply reach out to Olaplex through social media or by email. Just contact them. I actually wrote to Olaplex and asked them who is the authorized reseller in my country so that I know that I'm not being scammed. Next question is, how could you tell that Olaplex number 3 was working for you? So I actually started with Olaplex number 3. I was so desperate. I think if my hair hadn't been in such a bad shape after having it over processed with a very bad aggressive highlighting technique at the salon, I would have probably never started this whole journey. I would have never paid such a high price tag, which I feel is Olaplex's probably biggest con. Honestly, it's so pricey. Nobody can argue about that. So I was so desperate that I did take the plunge, and I don't regret it one bit. So in my case, I did find great results from the very first use. In fact, I even documented that first use on camera. My hair was very breakage prone, very very fried, and when I was in the shower and it was wet, it just stretched, you know, like bubble gum. Yeah, it was bad. Those symptoms of very damaged hair really turned around almost completely in the very first use. Can Olaplex be used on virgin hair? So here's the thing, Olaplex basically reverts and prevents any type of hair damage by restoring the broken bonds in the hair fiber. It is meant for all hair types. So personally, as I mentioned, I have bleached, highlighted, balayaged my hair, as well as using from curling ones, hair dryers, and all those things over and over and over again. And I can tell you from personal experience that Olaplex has helped me. I don't have virgin hair, but I suspect that if I had virgin hair that has never been colored or processed in any way, shape, or form, then I would most likely not be spending a small fortune on all of these Olaplex products. That said, my cousin, one of my favorite people in this entire world, asked me this exact question, and I know for a fact that even though she does not color her hair or highlight it, she does use heat tools. So in her case, I feel that it would help her, but of course it's probably not as much as a must on her routine as it is in my case. She doesn't need Olaplex as frequently as I do. But again, I am not gonna lie, and I can't stress this enough. Personally, if my hair was virgin, I would definitely not be spending this much money. Olaplex number 3 or Olaplex number 2. So here's the thing, from what I've been told by an Olaplex expert, is that Olaplex number 2 is a much more concentrated version of Olaplex number 3. So when you think about it, it does make sense that if your hair is very, very damaged, you go for the more concentrated version. Now that said, Olaplex number 1 and number 2 are professional products, which are not available to the regular consumer on most countries. However, in my country, we are able to purchase at salon supply stores with no questions asked. So that's how I know I got this original 1 and 2 right here. This is the travel stylist kit. So here's what I could tell you to kind of help you answer that dilemma. If you can't be 1000% sure it is an original Olaplex number 2, personally, I used Olaplex number 3 for an entire year or maybe more before I was able to get my first standalone treatment, that is Olaplex 1 and 2 done to my hair. And in my case, it was Olaplex number 3 that really got my hair in great shape within that first year of use. It's like my hair kept thanking me over and over again with each use. So I guess for me, Olaplex and number 3 not only worked, but it was kind of the entryway into the Olaplex world that I would discover later. If your damage is not like terrible, you will be fine with Olaplex number 3. Needless to say that you use it consistently at least once a week like I did. If your hair is extremely damaged and you are 1000% sure it is a legit product, then by all means do go for Olaplex number 2. And the final question, last but definitely not least, what is the biggest mistake you think you've done with Olaplex? And I have to say, it's probably to keep highlighting my hair in between Olaplex treatments without using Olaplex number 1 and number 2 during the highlight process. My excuse is that in my country it is very, very, very extremely rare that you will find a salon that uses Olaplex number 1 and 2 when they are highlighting or bleaching your hair in some way. So that is why I ended up buying the travel stylist kit, which has number 1 and number 2, so that when I do a little bit of highlighting at home, at least I know I am protecting my hair. And that is a wrap, my badass angels. Thank you for being here. I hope this video helped you in some way. As always, every single product mentioned throughout this video is going to be listed in the description box below. Thank you so much for your support if you decide to use my links on this or any of my other videos, because it it really does help keep this channel alive. And like I always say, no matter what comes your way, stay brave. You are a badass with the heart of an angel. So, do you wanna follow? Click here.